Hello everybody. Today we'll be talking about Undisputed. Brand new boxing game, early access, just released on Steam. The game's a lot of fun. And granted, the game does have issues. But with that being said, still a lot of fun. Can't wait to get into today's video. We're going to be talking about how to hunt for knockouts. Everybody wants that knockout. And if you've played the game, you know just how hard it is to get a knockout. That's why today, we'll be talking about who to play. In my opinion, the best person to play, Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn was a professional boxer that claimed 2 world titles, the WBC and WBO middleweight titles. His nickname, the Dark Destroyer. You can see in these clips here, brutal knockouts. Nigel Benn was one of the first fighters I played in this game. And man, I fell in love. The speed and the power. And we'll be taking a closer look at his in-game stats to show why he is the best for that knockout. Alright, and now that we're looking at his stats, as you can see, Nigel Benn has an 86 overall. And he's a slugger. That's the perfect type of fighter for what we're going for. Alright, now we're looking at the next page of his stats. And you see those hooks, that right hand power, those uppercuts. Man, it's just what we're looking for. Those power straights coming through. He's got speed and power. And that's a perfect combination to get a knockout. Alright, now on the last page of the stats, the traits. He's got 3 traits: bomber, bounce back, and rock'em sock'em. 2 of these aren't going to help you as much as 1. Bomber is going to be your most effective because it increases your knockdown chance by 50% when throwing power punches, which is perfect. That's just what we're looking for. And now we're going to get into some in-game footage. Me using Nigel Benn. Alright, to start, got one of my favorite knockouts I got while playing Nigel Benn. Come in with a couple of hooks, finish to the body. It's a good combo to use when trying to finish an opponent. And you can see in this clip, it's easier to knock out an opponent when they're in the later rounds. So for instance, this was round 12. He just couldn't get up. Moving on to the next clip, I got a knockout with no countdown. But as you can see, move, right hook, and then an easy way to finish is come in with jabs, and then finish with a hook. So far while playing the game, I've only got one. This is the only one I got, but this is my favorite type of knockout because it just gives them no chance. Alright, now we'll be taking a closer look at the last 2 clips. So as you can see, the movement's good. Got the block high, came in with a power hook, blocked his punches, came in with some more hooks of my own, and finished to the body. You could see that his hands were high, so if you go to the body, you won't even see it. He's too worried about the headshots that got him stunned, and it's great to finish to the body. And in this clip, a big problem with this game is hook spammers. You can see this guy's just throwing hooks. You gotta get your timing good for this. Move right when he throws it. Boom. Move. Boom. Come around the block. Now he's stunned. And guys like this, they still want to throw those hooks, even while they're stunned. So this is when you just unload. Jab, jab, hook. Put him down. That's the best way to finish these scenarios. Alright, moving on to the next clip. As you can see in this clip, he's slipping and moving. Now we're going to talk about what to do. See right there? Move. Right? So he's slipping the jab, slipping my hooks. The best thing to do is come to the body. Boom. Moving on. Now I'm going to talk about how to get him to come to you. You back up, throw that power jab. It'll keep him at bay. Keep doing damage. Keeping the power up, boom. Keep him stepping in. You want to get him in to a firefight, like in this clip. Bang. We're in the pocket, just throwing punches. The best thing to do here is block and throw power. It's the perfect way to get a knockout, fighting somebody like this. It leads them right into those hooks, because they just want to throw, but you can't bang with Nigel Benn. Alright, now I want to show an example of baiting them into that firefight. When guys start to get weak and they fight like this is your time to capitalize. See that? He was coming in wild. Hands down, just throwing punches. Knocked him right down. In this clip, I have the best way to stalk them. Walk them down, block their movement, and throw those hooks. This guy was throwing while stunned. Bad idea. You'll get knocked out fighting a guy like Nigel Benn. Keep the hook strong when they're stunned. Because, as you can see, he still gets up. Somehow, some way, he still gets up. But this is when I knew you had to stalk him. Walk him down. There's only 17 seconds left in the round. And you just got to throw those hooks. And you can see, this time, I finally put him down for the count. Because he was throwing reckless, and this is your perfect chance to get a knockout. When guys are throwing stunned, it's perfect. Keep the hooks coming. It'll put them out. 100%. In this clip, I have an example of a fight being stopped with a cut. This is when you want to chase a finish. When a guy gets a cut like that, you want to keep throwing hooks to that same side. This is the only time I've had a fight stop because of a cut. And I finished the fight. These wins are great because they also count as a knockout. And it's a real easy way to get a finish without having to knock them down 3 or 4 times just to knock them out. With this video coming to a conclusion, I just want to restate everything. First, when guys are slipping, you always want to go to the body. There's no good scenario if you keep throwing head punches and they're slipping every single one of them. Second, you might be able to fight like a slugger, but you do have to fight calculated. You can't just waltz in there throwing only hooks. It needs to be calculated combos to get that finish. Because when guys are only blocking their head and you're just trying to get the knockout, it's not going to do anything if you're only throwing head punches. In the first clip I showed you, you can see that I used a combo. Hooks up top and then finish with a hook to the body. It's the best way to finish these knockouts. Second is to capitalize off of their mistakes. Counter punches. You want to come in moving, hook, jab, jab. Don't forget your jabs too. You want to mix in the power jab. It's a very strong tool. It'll stop some of their punches and keep them at bay. It'll bring them to you. They start to get mad. And then they start to realize, I gotta go to them. And that's when you draw them into a firefight and land these hooks. These big power hooks that'll put them down. Power hooks also don't only have to be to the head. You can throw to the body too. This will slow them down. Drop their stamina. This will make it even easier for the knockout. They'll be weaker. They'll regain less in the corner. And it's overall just a good investment to work the body. With all that being said, Undisputed is still in early access. And there's only a few fighters in the middleweight division that people play. Usually people are playing either Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr., Canelo. No one really plays Nigel Benn. You're not going to run into a lot of Nigel Benns. But I can assure you, he's the strongest and fastest in the division. The best for getting knockouts by far. Even when compared to the heavyweights. Because someone like Deontay Wilder doesn't have the speed and power. That is the single biggest problem with this game. Is that the heavyweights have no power. That's the one thing that I have that I don't like. But the game is a lot of fun. It's very realistic. The movement feels great. And you guys should try it out. Make sure you use Nigel Benn and get those knockouts. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought was the best clip.